Well, Rise and Grind DMV, happy Sunday. We are waking up to cloudy skies across the region, but we're tracking rain as we end out the weekend. So keep it here. We'll break down the timing and what to expect in just a bit.
Also this morning on DC News Now, a health hazard all along the Potomac. It is set to be the largest sewage spill in U.S. history. The safety advisor that stretches for miles. Another partial shutdown. The battle over immigration enforcement leaves the Department of Homeland Security without a budget, hitting TSA workers yet again. And the makings of a museum in Maryland, how a Howard University's personal collection helped to create the exhibit in one of the first free Black communities in the state.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for DC News. And now on this Sunday morning, I'm Susan Tran. Let's take a live look outside right now at Roslyn, Virginia. And we are looking at a nice day, not comparatively, but I'm just saying we're not freezing at least. We have a meteorologist, Brittany Ward. This is the third Sunday from that storm that just sat on us and
gave us all that snow.
I know.
You know, and I will say I said yesterday, 50-50 weekend, so it was definitely the pick yesterday. Believe it or not, the last time we reached 54 degrees in DC was January 9th.
That was a long time ago.
I was about to say, that was so long ago. And we reached 54 yesterday. Yay. Unfortunately, we won't be hitting the 40s today, or the 50s today. We will be tracking 40s as we head throughout the rest of the day today. Now, radar kind of showing you the wider picture. We are dry for the most part in Washington, D.C., up towards Baltimore, even further south out towards Fredericksburg, Virginia. But the bulk of the rain activity mainly off to our west at this hour. Futurecast kind of showing you what to expect, that rain making its way through Charleston, Beckley, West Virginia, then heading out towards Virginia. They're seeing rain there in Roanoke. Just saw a heavier batch there. Bluefield, Virginia, also seeing some rain. This will move into our region as we head through your day today, giving us those wet conditions. Now, the massive storm system right now is making its way through the deep south. Now, overnight, Louisiana actually saw a few tornado warnings from that associated cold front. The good news is the northern extent of that system will be moving into our region. So keep it here. We'll look at the timing, Susan, coming up.
All right, Brittany. A violent night in Maryland. Montgomery County police say that 2 people attacked a man during an armed robbery in Silver Spring last night. First responders found him hurt on Newton Street, rushed him to the hospital. He is expected to be okay, and police are still searching for the suspects. A woman is seriously hurt from a house fire in the district. This happened last night, where dozens of people are also now out of a home in Northeast. Firefighters were able to rescue a cat from the Eastern Avenue apartment building. Officials are investigating the cause, but they say the fire started on the 3rd floor. Families all across the DMV warned to stay clear of the Potomac. The sewage that's been gushing into the river since last month is causing major health concerns. We're talking for miles downstream. University of Maryland researchers calling the spill one of the largest in U.S. history, and tests have been showing extremely high levels of E. coli along with the antibiotic-resistant MRSA. DC News Now's Dave Laval has the latest on the new health advisory.
The health advisory covers a 72-mile stretch of the Potomac River from the 495 bridge all the way down to the Nice Memorial Bridge in King George County.
Very frustrating, I would say.
Alexandria's John Lauer is not complaining about Saturday's weather. It's the view along the river that concerns him.
You can look out right here. There's nobody enjoying the water. No kayakers, there's no boaters, the high school can't row.
The Virginia Health Department advises people to stay out of the water if they use the Potomac for recreational purposes. The advisory follows that massive sewage spill into the river January 19th and subsequent reports of another discharge February 7th. The water can cause potentially serious health problems to those exposed to it. Alexandria's Morel Anderson is not taking chances.
I'm a nurse, so public health always first. You don't want to get some nasty infection that's really hard to get rid of if you can just stay out of the water and have a little patience.
The health department offers several tips, including promptly wash skin with soap and water if you cannot avoid contact with the river. Rinse or wash items, including clothes, that also come into contact with the water, and seek medical care if you don't feel well after being around it.
That much sewage coming into water, I can't imagine exposing myself or my family, and I don't want to hear about anybody else, just purposely exposing themselves.
It's expected to take up to 6 weeks to repair the sewage system. The health department says there are so far no issues with drinking water. In Alexandria, Virginia, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
There's some optimism here from DC Water's latest update. The agency reports they've not had any additional sewage leaks for the past 24 hours. There are now 4 pumps in place, in addition to the 8 already on site. They will help to keep the sewage out of the Potomac as crews work to fully repair that damaged pipeline. A supervisor for the Drug Enforcement Administration accused of accepting bribes to help fast-track visas for international travelers. Melton Cordero is accused of accepting thousands of dollars in exchange for assisting foreign travelers get visas to visit the U.S. He was assigned over to the embassy there in the Dominican Republic. Now, prosecutors say the 47-year-old rushed roughly 120 visa applications, with at least one being fraudulent over the course of 6 years. Let's get a live look outside right now at DCA. You can see the Ferris wheel in the background. TSA agents are again facing the brunt of a partial shutdown. As soon they could be forced to work without pay. Senators failing to pass a budget for the Department of Homeland Security on Friday at midnight. But experts say that massive flight cancellations that we witnessed last year during that historic shutdown, those are unlikely, as pay for air traffic controllers remain in place. Although you could see longer lines at airport security if this does drag on and TSA agents have to make ends meet and call out. Congress is battling over Trump administration's aggressive immigration enforcement tactics, and the shutdown is hitting agencies including TSA, FEMA, and even the Secret Service, but not ICE, as it has a carve-out from the big funding package from last year. Maryland's governor giving his 4th State of the State address. He shared his concerns about the Trump administration and criticized the mass federal layoffs. Governor Wes Moore says 25,000 government workers lost their jobs. He also addressed the increase in prices and inflation that is really hurting families.
We will work together to contain prices where we can, to grow our economy because we must, and build new pathways to work and wages and wealth.
According to the Baltimore Banner, 18 Democratic governors are refusing to attend a dinner at the White House last week when the president excluded Maryland and Colorado's governors. We are helping you stretch your dollar with changes to how you file your taxes. If you have a side hustle and use money transfer apps like Venmo or PayPal, if you received more than $20,000 for goods or services through those apps, you will receive a tax form known as a 1099-K to report your earnings. Now, if you live in the DMV, that threshold is much lower at just $600. Most apps will automatically send you the form, but if you did not get one, make sure to request it. Your frozen temps. We have been seeing them for weeks, finally getting a little bit of relief, but you might remember that our heating systems have been pushed to the brink. They also had the HVAC crews working overtime to make sure that families can stay warm. DC News Now's Tim Reed takes us for a ride along with some crews who have been seeing their phones really heat up as those conditions dip down.
A Lanham HVAC contractor says this has been the busiest winter his company has ever seen in 16 years. They've been working nonstop to keep the heat on for dozens of families.
It's been outrageous. I mean, my personal line has been going crazy. The business line has been going crazy.
Marlon Simpson says his company, A1 Heating and Air Conditioning, are handling 6 to 7 calls per day since the Sunday snowstorm a few weeks ago.
This winter so far in January, especially since the snowstorm we had, has been intense. Demand has been high. Temperatures have been extremely low in the single digits, in the teens, and folks are really struggling because their systems are working extremely hard just to put out the heat they need to stay comfortable.
Most of his service calls have been for broken heating systems.
But we've seen some real issues with parts going bad. When systems constantly run and they don't have a break, parts tend to go bad. So we're seeing motors go bad. We're seeing refrigerant problems.
Homeowner Kenny Massey is one of Simpson's heating customers. He's had some work done on his system prior to that snowstorm and wanted to make sure everything is still in working order after the storm.
Pretty much we talking about just changing the filters. And then there's also a tube filter down there in the basement where you have to often check and everything. So, just staying on top of that stuff.
The biggest problem I see on every service call is a dirty filter.
Simpson says his team has handled 30 to 50 calls in the past few weeks, and some of those have been pretty costly, ranging from $1,000 to $2,000. In Lanham, Maryland, Tim Reed, DC News Now.
All right, we have our Brittany Ward here with us, and you're the scientist, the meteorologist. We had so much snow from 3 weeks ago. We had a lot of snowbanks. They're creeping away. How long do you think it'll take for it to all go?
Susan, I think by next week we'll see most of that snow finally out of our area. Yay! It's been like 3 weeks of us seeing that snow. So we are seeing the warmer temperatures as we head into next week, but we're also tracking rain today, so that is going to help melt some of the snow across the region. Could see some puddles though, so do keep that in mind, especially if you are going to be out this afternoon. That soaking rain will begin to arrive across the region. At times we could see heavier bands of showers as well, so again, take it slow if you are going to be on the roadways. The good news is we start to dry things out Monday and Tuesday, with highs getting into the 50s on Tuesday, and then Susan potentially tracking the 60s next week. So we'll break it down in that 7-day up next.